Every single morning, millions of Americans over the age of 50 wake up and do something that slowly and silently damages their heart, hardens their arteries, and raises their risk of stroke. And the terrifying part, most of them have no idea they are doing it. It is not something they are eating. It is not a pill they forgot to take. It is something they are ignoring, something they dismiss every single morning as just a part of getting older. Today, I am going to tell you exactly what it is and why ignoring it any longer could cost you your life. Please stay with me until the very end, because what I am about to share with you today is one of the most important things you will ever watch. So, what is this silent killer? It is chronically high blood pressure, also called hypertension. And the reason it is so deadly is not because of what it does to you all at once. It is because of what it does to you every single day, quietly and without warning, while you go about your normal life. Now, before you think, I already know about blood pressure, I want you to truly stop and hear this, because what most people do not understand is just how sneaky and how dangerous this condition really is, especially after the age of 50. Here is the most important thing I can tell you today. High blood pressure has no pain. It has no clear warning signal. You cannot feel your arteries hardening. You cannot feel your heart straining. You cannot feel the damage slowly building up inside you until one day, suddenly, catastrophically, the damage reveals itself. A heart attack, a stroke, kidney failure, vision loss, memory problems. These are not distant possibilities for people with untreated high blood pressure. They are what happens when this condition is ignored for months or years. And here is what makes the morning especially dangerous. When you wake up, your body naturally releases a surge of stress hormones, particularly one called cortisol, to help you rise and get moving. This causes your blood pressure to spike sharply in those first few hours of the morning. For a healthy person in their 30s, this spike is manageable. But for an adult over 50, especially one who already has elevated blood pressure, that morning spike is one of the most dangerous moments of the day. In fact, most heart attacks and strokes happen between 6 in the morning and noon. Not in the afternoon, not at night, in the morning. Right when most people are just waking up, brushing their teeth and thinking about breakfast. And yet millions of seniors wake up every morning, notice that their head feels a little heavy, or that their chest feels slightly tight, or that they feel a bit off, and they say to themselves, "I'm just tired. I'll be fine." And they walk right past the most dangerous hours of their day without a second thought. That pattern, that habit of brushing off those morning feelings, is exactly what makes high blood pressure the silent killer. I want to ask you something very honest right now. When you wake up in the morning, how do you actually feel? Do you ever wake up with a dull headache that sits at the back of your head? Does it go away after an hour or so you just forget about it? Do you ever feel dizzy when you stand up too quickly? Do you sometimes feel a slight pounding or fluttering in your chest, especially in the early part of the day? Do your eyes ever feel slightly blurry or strained in the mornings for no clear reason? Do you get short of breath doing things that used to feel easy? Walking to the mailbox, climbing the stairs, getting dressed? If you nodded yes to even one of those questions, I want you to take that seriously. These are not just signs of aging. These are the quiet, easy-to-dismiss signals that your body uses to tell you that your blood pressure may be dangerously high. And because each symptom on its own seems small, people wave them off. They blame it on poor sleep, stress, or just getting older. And that is exactly how high blood pressure wins. Let me tell you about someone like a lot of people I talk with. A 63-year-old grandfather. Healthy weight, still active, no major health issues his whole life. He would wake up most mornings with that familiar dull headache. He had it for so long that it just felt normal. He figured it was just part of his routine. He never checked his blood pressure at home. He only went to the doctor once a year. One Tuesday morning, while getting ready for work, he had a massive stroke. He survived, but he lost the ability to speak clearly. He spent months in physical therapy. His whole family's life changed in an instant. His doctor told him afterward that his blood pressure had likely been dangerously high for 2 or 3 years before that morning. All that time, the damage was building silently, and all those morning headaches were his body trying to warn him. His story is not rare. It happens every single day across this country. And the heartbreaking truth is that in most of these cases, the stroke, the heart attack, the kidney failure, it was preventable. So why does high blood pressure become such a problem specifically after the age of 50? There are several reasons, and they work together in a way that makes this condition especially dangerous for seniors. First, your arteries naturally stiffen as you age. When you are young, your blood vessels are flexible and elastic. They can expand and absorb the force of your heartbeat. But over time, those walls lose their flexibility. They become stiffer. And when your heart pumps blood through stiff arteries, the pressure inside them rises. Second, years of poor diet start to catch up with you. All those processed foods, salty meals, and sugary drinks that seemed harmless at 35 have slowly narrowed and inflamed your arteries. Even if you eat better now, the damage from years past is already there. Third, the way your kidneys regulate fluid and salt becomes less efficient after 50. Your kidneys play a major role in controlling blood pressure. When they slow down, which is a natural part of aging, your body holds on to more fluid and more sodium, and that pushes your blood pressure higher. Fourth, weight gain around the middle, which is extremely common after 50, puts extra strain on your heart and blood vessels. Even 15 or 20 extra pounds carried around the midsection increases the workload on your cardiovascular system significantly. Fifth, stress. Chronic, long-term stress from work, from family, from financial worries, from grief, from loneliness keeps your stress hormones elevated day after day. And elevated stress hormones mean elevated blood pressure. It is a direct relationship. And finally, one of the biggest causes is simply not checking. So many adults over 50 do not own a blood pressure monitor. They only get their blood pressure checked when they go to the doctor, which might be twice a year. But blood pressure can spike and fluctuate dramatically day to day, even hour to hour. If you are only checking twice a year, you are missing the full picture entirely. Here's the part that I truly want you to hold on to, because none of what I have shared with you today has to be your future. High blood pressure is one of the most manageable health conditions there is when you know about it and when you act on it. And there are real, simple, affordable steps you can start taking today to protect yourself. The very first step, and I cannot emphasize this enough, is to get a home blood pressure monitor. You can buy a good one at your local pharmacy or online for around $20 to $30. It is one of the most important investments you will ever make in your health. Check your blood pressure every single morning before you eat or drink anything, while you are still sitting quietly. Write down the numbers. Track them over a week or two. Anything consistently above 130/80 is a conversation you need to have with your doctor right away. The second step is to reduce your sodium intake. I know we talked about this in another context, but it bears repeating here because the connection between salt and blood pressure is direct and powerful. The average American eats far more sodium than the body needs. Cutting back on processed foods, canned goods, and restaurant meals can lower your blood pressure by a meaningful amount within just a few weeks. Third, move your body every day. I am not talking about running marathons. I am talking about a 20 to 30-minute walk every single day. Research has shown consistently that regular moderate exercise is one of the most effective natural ways to lower blood pressure. It strengthens your heart, helps your arteries stay flexible, and reduces stress hormones. A daily walk is genuinely one of the most powerful medicines available to you, and it is completely free. Fourth, take your sleep seriously. Poor sleep raises blood pressure. When you sleep less than 6 or 7 hours a night, your body stays in a state of low-level stress, and your blood pressure pays the price. If you struggle with sleep, talk to your doctor. If you snore heavily, ask about being checked for sleep apnea, which is a very common and very treatable condition in older adults that directly drives blood pressure up. Fifth, address your stress. I know that is easier said than done, but even small daily habits make a real difference. 10 minutes of slow, deep breathing in the morning, a few minutes of prayer or meditation, a short call with a friend, a walk outside in nature. These things lower cortisol. They lower your blood pressure. They protect your heart. Small moments of calm have a real, measurable impact on your health. Sixth, if your doctor has prescribed blood pressure medication, please take it as directed. Skipping doses, stopping because you feel better, or deciding on your own that you no longer need it, these are among the most dangerous decisions a senior can make. Blood pressure medication only works when it is taken consistently. Talk to your doctor before making any changes. And seventh, eat more potassium-rich foods. Most Americans are not getting nearly enough potassium, and this matters enormously for blood pressure. Bananas, sweet potatoes, spinach, avocados, and beans are all excellent sources. Potassium helps your body balance sodium and relaxes the walls of your blood vessels. It is simple, natural, and powerful. You do not have to do all of these things perfectly. Start with one, then add another. Progress, even slow progress, is protection. I want to take just a moment before I let you go. I know that life after 50 comes with a lot. Responsibilities, worries, things that feel bigger and heavier than they used to. And I know that it can be tempting to push your own health to the bottom of the list, to take care of everyone else first, and tell yourself that you will deal with your own numbers later. But I want you to hear this from the bottom of my heart. You cannot take care of the people you love if you do not take care of yourself first. That stroke, that heart attack, that moment of crisis, it does not just happen to you. It happens to your spouse, your children, your grandchildren. It changes every life around you. And so many of those moments are preventable if the warning signs are caught in time. The morning headache you have been ignoring, check your blood pressure today. The dizziness when you stand up, check your blood pressure today. The slight tightness in your chest that you always chalk up to stress, check your blood pressure today. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to the people who love you. And now that you know what to look for, you have the power to act before it becomes a crisis. If this video helped you, if it made you think or worry a little less because now you have a plan, please share it. Post it to your Facebook. Text it to a friend. Show it to your brother, your neighbor, your spouse. Because someone in your life right now is waking up every morning with those symptoms and dismissing them. And you might be the person who saves their life by passing this along. And if you want to keep learning how to protect your health after 50 in clear, simple, honest language, please subscribe to this channel and ring that notification bell. Every week, I bring you content designed specifically for adults who are serious about living longer, feeling better, and staying strong. Because you deserve to feel good. You deserve more mornings where you wake up and feel truly well. And with the right knowledge, that life is absolutely within your reach. Take care of yourself. You matter more than you know. I will see you in the next video.